Hello, this is Palico Patch and welcome back to another episode of Sunless Sea Submariner. We are currently in the employment of Mr. Sax, the evil demonic Father Christmas of this world. And, well, he's a bit pushy. He likes stuff to be done quick, or else it sounds like he wants to suck out my soul. So I'm thinking we'll just, humour him, do what he wants. It's 3 deliveries. We've already done one. Get him out of here, and then we can crack on with what we actually need to do. It would seem on time limit. Not good. We stopped off at the salt lines just to grab a port report in the last episode. It's also, thankfully, a good break because I was a little bit over what I like to record anyway. Yeah, we're off to Mutton Island. So let's crack on, shall we? And as it turns out, it's about that sort of direction. So yes, there we go. Liverpool. That's what I was talking about. This is a continuation of the recording from the last one. Oh my life, you're massive. What are you? Western Angler Crab. Is he quick? Is he quicker than us going backwards? The answer is kind of. Do we want to? No, we don't want to mess with him. Let's not be silly. So yes. Liverpool. Yeah, we've been bought a break to Liverpool by my girlfriend's sister. 2 nights in the Liner Hotel. And from what I gather, from what we've read about it, the Liner Hotel is based, or the rooms inside the Liner Hotel, is based upon rooms from the Titanic, which in itself is pretty cool. I've always been fascinated by the Titanic and Maiden Voyage and all that, going down, Leonardo DiCaprio, You'll Live Forever, Rose, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know how I feel about stopping at a hotel which has taken the theme of the Titanic on. It seems a little bit cheesy, I guess is the word. Yeah, probably cheesy is the best word to use. And that's, it's a lovely present, don't get me wrong, but it does make you wonder how good it's going to be. And as I said at the end of the last episode, I'm not one for sort of liking the... Is that the port report? Liking the Beatles. So I'm not too fussed about going to the Cavern Club or anything. So I'm really stuck for things to do in Liverpool. If you are from the UK and you know of anything interesting to do in Liverpool, let me know in the comments below. It'd be nice to have some inspiration. I don't mind travelling in the local area as well. I drive, so it's a case of if there's something 20-30 minutes away we could do, then I'd definitely give it a consideration. But I'm struggling at the moment. People tend to go to Liverpool to get their wheels stolen off their cars and get tight perms and say calm down a lot, and it's not my bag generally. So, but anyway, I digress. We need to do the Mr. Sax Stang. I don't know if I want to do anything else beforehand. We could take a little bit of a terror. No, it's not worth it, is it? Just for a couple of terror. We could pick up a wretched Mog, although I don't think our albino tinker is going to be too happy by that. Visit the hilltop town above. Or midnight ceremony. A very chancy challenge. A warm night on Mutton Island, a balmy wind blows from the east, rich with promise. There are torches bobbing up the hill. Whatever's happening, it's for locals only, but you could follow them. That's not too bad, is it? 44%. Let's do it. We failed. You don't know the hill pass like the locals do, and you have to climb more than walk. Your skin is sheened with sweat by the time you reach the top. The black rocks greet you with empty indifference. If something happened up here, you're too late to see it. Still, the climb was good practice. Well, if it was good practice, why didn't I get an iron for it? Mr. Sax, I ask for your help. The cheery man's fellow is drinking in the pub. No good deed. Our little lost birdie. Well, that's a thing. You have my patron's thanks, and here is your reward. What was promised and is well deserved. Only thing is, there's only 2 folks that might have this cheeriness. That might have his cheeriness's property. Ah, is this the guy we're working for in London? And that's the one that stole it, and the one that bought it and figured they could sell it back, like indeed you are doing right here. So, and it's nothing personal, mind, I'm afraid. I must break something. Little warning to any others out there who might be thinking of being clever. Tell you what, How's about we make it fair? You use the coin, heads or legses. He flips it high, almost to the rafters. Rather than waiting for it to fall, you punch him hard in the face. Boom! The pub's clientele grumbles, but are soon mollified by 3 drinks all round. Paid for with the money in the chap's pocket, of course, leaving a little for yourself. Nice! Well, that's a way of turning it around, isn't it? I honestly thought I was going to get to the bottom and it would say, you have gained a wound. Cool. Very cool. Anything at the shop? No. Okay, well, what do you want me to do then, Mr. Sachs? The beast stares in your hold. The final assignment awaits. Mr. Sachs is staring at a small wooden box as you enter the hold. Inside, wrapped in a few pitiful scraps of velvet, is a lock of blonde hair and a set of teeth. Carefully polished, barely used. The winter was harsh, the fire went cold. Later, the mother wished to forget. A convenient tragedy. Deliver this to Avid Horizon in the north. You've been given this as your 3rd delivery. That's great, because we're heading in that direction. At last, things are going in our favour, it would appear anyway. Let us crack on. So where do we want to go, really? Where do we want to go? We don't want to dilly-dally, that's for sure. So, because we've sort of looped around here, we're probably best going to Venderblight, Wither Codex, Chapel of Lights, Avid Horizon. Get him done. Mount Palmerston to get some fuel. Down into Khan's Glory for the spy. Then, yeah, maybe come south. Port Cecil, Gators Morn, Shepherd's Eye, that back way round. Try and uncover some of this black nothingness around here. I fear there is more to open up yet. So, off we toddle. We're looking at killing stuff along the way. It would appear to keep the terror down. Although, nothing too big. That crab from before, if I had the next gun up, I'd probably take it on. But as it stands right now, I think that would be ill-advised to do that. We do have a few secrets we can use, though. Do we want to use them? I would like to use you to get my mirrors up to 35, I think. And how many does that leave me? 2. I could put my pages at 1. Is there anyone who does my pages? Do you do pages? You do veils. You definitely don't do pages. Do you do pages? Oh, you do mirrors too. Okay. You do veils as well. Yeah, I thought you did iron. Oh, okay, well, maybe we won't do pages right now. But I'm in a good place. I think we're doing okay. We've got enough fuel. We're okay for supplies. I don't really want to pull back into port right now, because if something awaits you comes along, then I reckon that guy with the blind eye is going to hit us with something. Although I would like supplies from somewhere. We have enough cash to not have to worry too much, I guess. Yeah, so it would have hit us before we got back to London, which wouldn't be good. That's okay. That's okay. We shall live, hopefully. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. This will cost you echoes. How much? You cannot take it with you. It will buy time. Yes, but how much? 50? The sack knows only hunger. You give it your fortunes. You give it your lodgings. You give it your ship. You give it your clothes off your back. You stand naked, homeless and penniless on the streets of London, and still Mr. Sachs demands more. You wake in another cold sweat, clutching at sheets, hearing the reassuring hum of a vessel that remains yours. For now, just a dream. It means nothing. Blue lightning crawls leisurely up the funnel. St. Erasmus's Landing, the cry goes up. You'll find a story next make port. Oh, is that just because it was at the same time? Okay. Well. A crewman steps into your cabin. His uniform is one of your issue, though the face rings no bells. They do blend together after a while. This, however, does not look like a chap who swabs decks or loads cannons. Begging your pardon, Captain, permit me to introduce myself, Gervais, at your service. At least while the poor fellow tied up behind the galley remains regrettably indisposed. Might I trouble you for a brief moment of your time before my escort to the brig? Yeah, okay, we'll hear you out. My gracious employer has grave concerns about your guest down in the hold, Captain, and the course to which you are now committed. Blood will spill before his voyage is over, but it needn't be yours. Gervais produces a small vial, crystal. The blood is red. Redder than normal blood, almost glowing with vitality. Here is a more bitter vintage. When the time comes, I urge you to choose wisely. A favour from on high is rarely a poor investment. A vial of highly questionable blood. You've been given your third delivery. Okay, so fine. I do get the feeling though that I need to be heading to Avid Horizon a bit quicker than perhaps I'd want to be. Realistically, what could I take a hit in? Hearts? I could lose some hearts. I don't know if I can only give them up once, though. We'll see how long it takes for Mr. Sachs to get hungry and demand more stuff out of me. If it's a while, if I can get a couple of ports done before that happens, then we might be able to give up just the one heart and get away with it. But we'll play it by ear. I didn't like how quickly it came around from the last delivery to him demanding stuff from me. I especially didn't like the fact he didn't tell me he wanted 50 echoes. That would have been nice to have known. I possibly would have given up a heart quicker. Even so, we're at Venderbright. We could get a cook here, couldn't we? So, what have I promised? No idea. The Vengeance of Jonah, haha. The bandaged poissonnier has long wished to travel. We can get him as a cook. We can get him as a cook. What does he have? What does he have? Doesn't tell me. Sample today's special. The food here is exceptional. You need not fear poisoning or boredom. What is it on at the moment? 55. This is usually a more effective way of reducing terror than purchasing a dusty glass of wine, and will also reduce hunger. Let's do it then. Lost 2 terror. You eat with gusto and leave with relief, but that night you dream of the writhing river, that watercourse where parabola flax grows and nightmares spawn. Perhaps the Vengeance of Jonah has been purchasing their spices from behind mirrors again. So can we can afford it. Do we want to afford it? We don't have a cook. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. Ah, my Capitan! The things we will catch, that we will consume, that we will experience. We will discover the 7th sensation, you and I. The taste that one tastes with the heart. You there, sailor! Careful with that brazing alembic. It's worth more than your wretched soul. Okay, welcome, welcome. Let's pop you in straight away, just so we don't forget. What can I do for you, sir? You can increase our hearts, and you need mutter salt if you want to talk to me. And strange catch. Wow. But what do you increase? Hearts and pages. That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. Right, so we're here. I suppose we better get the gossip. And just a glass of wine. Explore Venderbright. Do I dare use it? If I lose this, does the next port thing come up mean Mr. Sachs is going to expect more from me? Guess it's a good way to find out. Sir, I'm a good seaman. I'm yours if you'll have me. Will you have me? I'm hungry. I'll work hard. He seems likely enough, if a little ragged and sorrowful. A raggedy fellow. That's my portrait, damn it. I have no room. I could leave him here. Or I could Pay for his passage home. Where does he want to go? An act of generosity. It's mighty generous, isn't it? 250 echo. I feel if I pay for his passage home, this can only be good. This is. I'm a priest. Damn it! I'm a priest. It's all about giving. It's all about giving. Let's do it. An act of generosity. Thank you, Captain. All I can give ye is my blessing, poor raggedy thing, and this cloak, raggedier yet. But it was good carn at work once. Safe Z's to ye. Oh, we've got an outlandish artifacts. That's 100. And I've lost terror. So, yeah, okay. The things you do. What to buy? I don't think there's anything I can buy here. It's all quite expensive. We could sell some memories of distant shores. They're not worth too much. I feel I might get more for them somewhere else. So, no. Let's go. I've spent enough money here. I don't see it as spending money. I see it as investing. I feel that stuff like that's going to come back as good karma. Come on, Batties, where are you? There we go. Backwards. Oh, I'll tell you what, they've got into this thing of, oh lordy, of swooping around to your side, which is very annoying. They need to get fixed. So, we'll take the supplies. Cool. I'm not bothered about the other one now. They hit me too much. I don't know if they've been updated. They seem a bit spunkier than last time. Which I don't know if it's a good thing. Well, no, it's not a good thing. It hurts. It hurts a lot more. We definitely want to avoid you. Please stop coming in my direction. Again, I don't know when we'd be up to taking down lifebergs. We definitely need 2 guns, that's for sure. I need to do my research into the guns as well. I'm reluctant to keep anything which takes up torpedoes, but from what I gather, I believe there's a stagger effect on them. So when up against creatures like the lifeberg, it works out a little bit better because you can interrupt their charge at you, which would come in useful. Would definitely come in useful. Anyways, up to Wither. Up to Wither. I really am not happy about my hull being at almost half health. We haven't really... Well, we have done quite a lot because we've done like a mini loop inside our big loop. But even so, it's not good. Right, so Wither. We shall gather intelligence. We shall explore the town. Fisherfolk, sailors, a shady couple of likely pirates. And is that drowning down by the water's edge? They sit around a fire at the Z's edge, passing around a bottle of something viciously black. They're waging on riddles. Ah, riddles, okay. So, high risk, 19%, 38%, 12%, 9%. Well, I can afford 1 echo. Good thing too. Good thing too. I think we're done. We can buy fuel. We can buy supplies. No, I'm good. Oh, good. Let's crack on. So we're getting close to the Chapel of Lights, which is for my first officer. Why do I feel like I need something? Candles. Is it candles we need? I'm going to have to start making notes on this game, I feel. I don't like to crack open the notebook on a playthrough, but I think it's getting that way. There's just so much. And the journal doesn't really tell you everything you need to know, which is annoying at the very least. That's all we can do here. I think with as much information as you're expected to ingest, it would be fair to have your journal at least go a little bit deeper in its descriptions. At the most, jot everything down that's said so you can refer to it at a later point. I know it's probably, in this sort of playthrough where you're only playing it for a few hours a week, it's not something you can just sit down and concentrate on and, know exactly what's going on all the time because, well, I don't have a big enough hard drive to start off with all the captured film. But it does make it difficult to keep it going in the direction you want it to go into without any notes at all. So yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I know I said I'll do on the other episode, but I was in between islands, in between missions, so I couldn't do it. But I think definitely after this episode, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to write down what the bloody hell's going on everywhere, and we will have a more fluent playthrough from here on in. At least that's the plan. I count it as a win if I don't die at the end of an episode at the moment. I know I bit off a little bit more than I could chew on that one boat, but I honestly think if I could have stayed behind him, I'd have took him down before he took me down. Because I was edging into him. It was only when his friend turned up and decided to whip me from behind and I couldn't escape quick enough that I really, really failed. But I think this is as far as I want to go with upgrading this boat before upgrading the boat. I think the next big upgrades on the engine and the cannons will be when I get another boat. So I don't know how much money I need to make. I don't like the fact that Lifeberg's heading straight at me. Yep, he's seen me. You giving up? He likes a light. He likes a light, that's fine. Oh, got away with that. So, yes, I'm expecting to come here now and not know what to do with this guy. Chapel of Lights, that's why I'm thinking candles. Maybe supplies. I don't have a lot of supplies. This could be very bad. This could be very bad. We don't have to do it, I suppose. We'll see. We'll see what he says. So. That's my port report. Right there. Your sigil-ridden navigator races towards the chapel. This is the place. Hark the bell. Within, the air is heavy and hushed. You enter to see the navigator shaking a smiling priest by the collar. It led me here. Tell me what it means. Look at it. Look at it. The priest disentangles himself as politely as possible. I'm sure we find a path to put you on, my friend. He examines the sigil with the professional air of a collector, but we need your help in return. So, 2 live specimen or pay another price. Crew and unaccountably peckish. The priest slips his arm around your shoulders. For you, the lesser payment, he whispers. We can do that? I think we can do that. If we eat... No. I can't afford 5 supplies, that's my problem. Okay, so we're going to have to pick up either... What was it again? 2 live specimens, which we haven't come across any. Or we need to get this Menace's unaccountably peckish up. And then head back here when we've got full crew. Okay, well... Okay. Fine. We've learnt something. We've learnt something. So that in itself is good. So we need to get evil, unaccountably peckish. I think that's a cannibalism trait. Or we need to find live specimens, which means killing big stuff. Which we can't do either. So, great. Rock and hard place. Even so, we can grab the port report from up here, the vital information, and hopefully finish with Mr. Sachs, because I don't want to give up my heart if I can help it. Everything else is doing okay. Here we go. Service at Avid Horizon. As soon as you dock, Mr. Sachs lumbers ashore. It has been preparing for this. Plunging a hand into its cloak, it removes a handful of ammonia-scented snow. It places it on the ground and adds another on the top. Into this one, it presses the teeth and the hair from the small box. Potential. Substance. Only one thing needs to be added, as in the tales of the Gnomon. The crimson bleast of winter waits impatiently for you to provide it. So I can give my blood, a few drops should suffice, or I can substitute the blood. If you are careful, Mr. Sachs will never notice the switch. I'm not one to annoy this evil Christmas man, but I am also not one to leak blood without due reason. So, and I wouldn't say this is a good enough reason. I have a feeling he might just start sucking on my finger, a bit like Audrey 2. So we shall substitute the blood. You move to cut your hand with your pocket knife, but the vial clutched in your palms keeps the blade safely from your flesh. You tip it carefully, dripping a few drops of the thick blood into the pile. They fizz in the lacquer, which softens and melts into a puddle of snow. A hand emerges from it, then a head, then another hand, stretching, as if it clambers up from nowhere. The twisted face of a gargoyle, rippled with red blood. It screams. The monster throws its head back. Blood wells in its hollow eyes and drips down its half-formed face. The nascent arms explode into wings of shining ice, as sharp as any razor. It bends backwards, new hands clawing at its eyes. Just as abruptly as the scream began, it stops. The shape collapses, melts. Mr. Sachs looks away. Another failure, it intones, stepping through the parlour on its way to the avid horizon's sealed gates. It rests a gloved hand against it, basking in the chill. The whisper of a place too cold for gods. Refreshing. Your service is done. Be gone before I change my mind. Something new will shortly appear in your lodgings. Okay, well that's that over and done with. Bye, Mr. Sachs. Right, we need strategic information from here. But you were given a sign to look for. There it is, carved on one of the pillars of the dock. Below the sign, an authoritative hand has carved this message. If you wish to return to London, if you seek the forgiveness of the Empress, if you will sacrifice all to make amends, record your name and crime. Below are the names of murderers, traitors, hopeless villains who've fled into exile. They've made the icy pilgrimage here, to the end of the world, to prove their desperation to return home. You record them all, the old and the freshly carved. The Admiralty will pick through the names and make their choice. Leave now, quickly. And think for anything else. We can look into the stars, we can get our intelligence. What is that? Terra 64. I'm not too fussed about staring into the stars right now. I think we've done all we need to here. So where are we heading to next? I suppose we can finish this episode off in Mount Palmerston. And then we're going to head down into Khan's Glory, Heart and Shadow next time around. And then go southwards. As long as my ship allows it. As long as we're getting to know more silly fights. Which we're hoping not to. Haven't seen Mount Doom? Is it Mount Doom? Haven't seen him. It's not Mount Doom, is it? The scary big volcanic monster thing that chased me. I'm going to stick with Mount Doom. I'm pretty sure it's not, but we'll stick with Mount Doom. Mount Palmerston, that's where we're heading next. I'm going to go visit some Devilles, or Deviles. We could always walk up the hill as well, see what's going on up there. Palmerston's Reach, there's brimstone on the wind. But our fuel and supplies are doing okay. Our terror's getting a little high. Still nothing too much to worry about. There are ways we can keep that down as long as we come across some little shippies to take out. And there it be. There it be. Ooh, a Faustic Corsair. I'm going to leg it. I'm going to leg it. Run away. Please don't blow the engines. That's all I ask. Come on, I'm trying to be careful here. Yeah, I think we've got away with it. Oh, yeah, a little bit too much 300 health on a Faustic Corsair. I'm not quite sure what they're capable of. Anyway, let's go up to the crater and visit the Wistful Deviless. Look down and see Port Palmerston like a toy and the ruins like gravel. You've come far, but the volcano's cone still rears above you. Rest a little before you go that last half mile. She wants souls. I don't have souls. Let's refuse. she gave me some supplies. I understand it's a little indelicate. I've had so few human friends. I'm sorry if I'm tactless sometimes. Sit with me a while, let's just talk. Oh, and I have this hamper of honey fungus that your cook might find a use for. So, she seems okay. For a devil, you know. So, we could probably, you know, find some souls for her if I makes her happy. Why not? Why not? So that's all we can do here, I fear. We can buy. What the hell's that? Ambiguous eolith. A thinking creature made this, or the sea made this, or both. Devil bone dice are pretty cheap, as is. In fact, it's not all that bad at all. Let's buy a bit of fuel, a few supplies, and 4 devil bone dice, because worst case scenario we can sell them for more than 19 wherever, but you never know, something might come along. And I think we're teaching on half an hour. We shall leave the episode there, so it's on to the Khans next time. Khans! So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I will catch you on the next one. Take it easy.